products are expected to go up by some significant margin from tomorrow. This is based on the pricing outlook report released by the Chamber of Oil Marketing Companies. The data showed that petrol is projected to increase by 3.66 to 5.86% per litre. Now, diesel on the...
Greetings from your Nigerian girl pleasure. Hi, lovely people of Ghana. This is your girl pleasure, always bringing you political news in our channel, Ghanatube. As a constant thing that our channel has always been here to bringing you all this news your way, and we are committed to giving you all the happenings in Ghana. Please wait.
And could be up by some 2.1% to 4.32 pesos per litre, I should say. And the adjustment has been influenced by recent pressure on the Ghana cedi. Let's get on to Zoom and speak to the Chief Executive of the Chamber of Oil Marketing Companies, Dr. Rivers Ngopong, for some analysis on the back of these projections they are making. Thank you so much, sir, for joining us here on Business Live. So, based on your report, from tomorrow morning, most of the oil marketing companies will increase prices at the pumps, right?
Yes, good evening to you and your listeners. You're absolutely right. From tomorrow, from all indications, fuel prices tend to go up marginally, as I love to call it, but it depends on how you see it. And also depend on where you buy from. You should expect between 3 to 5.5% increase in petrol, and also 2 to 4% increase in diesel. You're going to ask yourself what is causing that?
Absolutely.
Ideally, at the international benchmark pricing level, we saw less than 1% increase. I think about 0.9% for petrol and 0.5% for diesel. So ideally, you ask yourself why then are we jumping to 3 instead of 0.9? And I think if I had your previous discussion very well, the cedi. The economist, the speaker, the economist just hinted on it that they even expect fuel price to go up, and that's the reason why we are going to see this increase. I think you need very solid insights on the causative agent around the cedi depreciation. Many economists are saying that we are at a level where it should be, not the 10, but we should see around 12 cedi to $1 for a long term. And like we also predicted at the chamber, that the flat price and the ice prices are not going to increase significantly for quite a number of months till we hit into the October, November, get into the winter. But unfortunately, we see the cedi depreciating gradually over the past 3 windows.
Meaning that so long as the cedi depreciate, prices at the pumps could be going up in the coming weeks and even next month. Is that the case?
Yes, so if you are calculating the SRF price of the fuel, ideally we need to convert from dollars to cedis. So it plays a very significant role in the definition of the fuel price at the pump, because once we sell at the pumps in cedi, the BDCs or the traders need to to pay in dollars, so there should be an equivalent factor.
What managers of the economy do now to try and mitigate the impact of this on consumers, really, because of its impact on inflation and etc., and even the consumption of the products?
I think with where we are, you know that we've moved from 17 to 10, and now we're back to 14. I believe the Ministry of Finance is looking at it, and the government should be concerned at this moment with certain policy or political decisions that were made, so that we can revisit some topics, and also look at the pricing mechanism to see what variables within the pricing model the price breakdown could be in out to make the oil the crude oil product prices a bit affordable. And I'm very happy you mentioned utilities going up by 200%, and for me, we are waiting for the implementation. Once that is implemented, we are going to have a very strong discussion with the government of Ghana, Because we were told, and you are aware, that they didn't want to increase the utility bills, especially the electricity bill. And that's why the 1 cedi was added to the fuel price. So we are watching them.
What's the outlook like, even as we enter next month and even November?
With respect to?
Projection for the next pricing window.
Yeah, I mean, we just entered a new pricing window starting tomorrow. And that's the forecast we have that we're discussing today. And like I said, I think in March, April, we discovered that there'll be a plateau of prices range for ice and plat, and that's what we are seeing today. And like I said, until we hit October, where the winter factor will come in, the plat prices should be stable. I mean, unless there's an unforeseen war or hiccup somewhere, then that will be something that you can never model or even predict, right? But as far as the CD is stabilized, plat is stabilized, we are good to go as a country.
Dr. Aribissimopong, thank you so much for your time. I'm glad you could join us here on Business Live. And the Minister for Energy and Green Transition, John Jinapor, has charged chief executives of African petroleum pricing or producing companies to take a drastic action to tackle energy access challenges facing the continent. According to him, issues of infrastructure and technology must be a priority of concern to members. John Jinapor made the call in an interview after opening the 7th African Petroleum Producers Organization conference here in Accra. More in this report. The summit was also used to hand over the chairmanship of the African Petroleum Producers Organization to Ghana as it plays host to the 7th summit. The meeting is expected to focus on key areas hampering the continent's progress in energy transition and transformation. Minister for Energy and Green Transition, John Jinapor, charged the members to collaborate and deal with the challenges head-on.
If I were to advise them, we should collaborate, we should integrate, we should work together, we should learn from best practices and ensure that the revenues that we get from oil is used judiciously for the betterment and welfare of the vast majority of Africans. In some countries, they depend on oil for more than 70% of their revenue, and yet the people do not feel the benefit of the oil resource. That for me is very, very important.
Chief Executive of the Ghana National Petroleum Corporation, Kwame Amoah, believes the continent is blessed with enough energy resources to support economic growth.
We have vast resources, we have oil, we have gas. Ghana has, worked with our neighbors to build, infrastructure across Nigeria, Togo, Benin, and Ghana, where we get gas, for example, from Nigeria to Ghana. Even though Ghana has its own domestic gas resources, it's not enough to even meet our needs. So collaboration within Africa is important, and I think we have examples of positive collaborations, successful collaborations like the West Africa gas pipeline project.
General Secretary of the African Petroleum Producers Organization, Dr. Umar Farouk Ibrahim, believes that deliberations from the meeting will be centered on core issues which will be addressed by various members.
Challenges that are common to the African oil and gas industry, challenges that our national oil companies are facing, essentially challenges of technology. If you look at our national oil companies, virtually all of them are heavily dependent on foreign technology to explore, to produce, to refine and market their oil and gas. This is unacceptable, especially in an era of global energy transition, where those on whom we have been relying for technology have decided that they are now going to focus research on technology, on renewable technologies, not oil and gas.
The Ghana National Petroleum Corporation is the host of the summit and also as chairman of the organization.
Please do well to like, comment, and follow. Put on a notification bell. Say get all our news one by one. Thanks, my dear.